You can feel the anticipation in the air. We are in Las Vegas. And the combination of NBA basketball with the single elimination format, you know the anticipation here is sky high.
Oh, the Eastern semifinals of the NBA Cup knockout round. It's win or go home. So these two teams have come to play.
And the starting lineup for Miami. We've got Jaime Jaquez. Bam Adebayo is out there with Walker. Then there's Devin Vassell. And it's Z in at the point. Pass to Adebayo. Outside Jaquez. There's the three. And the Heat, another three.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I had a chance to catch up with Jamal Mosley. Right away, he acknowledged they're facing one of the best defensive players in the league in Bam Adebayo. He told me Bam can do it all. He can protect the rim, he can defend in isolation, he can rebound. So we have to keep our composure, be aware of his presence, and not let him dictate what we do. All right, let's send it back to you guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Here's Toronto with the ball. 9-point game. They defeated Detroit in their last game.
And it wasn't just their starters putting in work. Their backups were real spark plugs on offense.
Well, when you can build your lead with the second unit on the floor, that makes the game a heck of a lot easier.
And the Heat unveiling the statue of Dwayne Wade, Stan, the face of the franchise forever.
Yeah, Brian, you think of what he meant to this organization, propelling it to its very first championship and then attracting other stars to Miami. He is truly the foundation.
Here's Moore, giving them some good production, putting up just around 16.5 points a game. They set a pick. The three from Barnes. Walker pulls down the board.
Yeah, slow start for them offensively, 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
Here we have the 2K leaderboard, breaking down the top blockers in the league last month. Scotty Barnes is second.
And during this last month, he made a statement on the defensive end, just swatting away shots left and right.
The Raptors have gone 1 of 5 to start things off. Christie's checked in for Giddey.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Now here's Barnes. An effective score for them, scoring around 21.5 points a game. Nice shot by Christie.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Pass to Moore. Walker with a steal. Launches a three. Pure from three-point range. Z's got 9.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Here's Christie. 23 points for him last game against Detroit. The three from Barnes. Fires, hitting the triple.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Moore. And again, Toronto with a triple.
You've got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
The Heat have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Here's Vassell. Yes! Great play by Walker to set it up.
And this is what it's all about inside. Vassell willing to get physical to finish his motion.
Pass to Perkins. Barnes feeling it out a bit. Out to the wing. Here's Moore. Offline with a three. Miami leading by 4. Fires the three. And finished off by Adebayo.
A tireless worker at both ends. Adebayo imposing his will that time on the offensive glass.
59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Moore. Out left to the wing. The three ball. Rebound by the Heat. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Cavaliers.
Dialing it in from range on the road is never easy to do, but they pulled it off and played a great game.
Yeah, great three-point shooting is so often what swings a game these days. When they're rolling from outside, they're tough to beat.
And it's the Raptors with the ball. Miami making their last shot. They get the rebound. And it's Jaquez with the ball for the Miami Heat. They're leading by 8. Adebayo. And he makes it. Adebayo's got his second bucket on the night.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Outside Barnes. Lets a floater go. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's Miami earning this break in the action, up 10.
Substitution on the court.
And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. And he dunks it down.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front and trying not to look back.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. And let's take a look at Miami. Alexei Pokusevski is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then it's Jackson, then it's Jaime Jaquez, and it's Z in at the shooting guard position. Count it. Heat leading by 8. Here's Z, coming off a terrific game against Cleveland.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hi, guys. Well, Z in their last game against the Cavaliers just played phenomenal. He dropped 48 points, and he's a tremendous three-point shooter. We saw that again last game, and he had a memorable game. These coaches and fans are still buzzing about it. Just incredible. What's he got for an encore? BA?
Well, it'll be interesting to see how much of that performance carries over into this one.
His goal is to provide whatever the team needs from him on that particular evening.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. A different look for Miami. Walker comes in for Pokusevski, and it's Devin Vassell in for Jackson. The life of an NBA head coach, Stan, is not easy. You've lived it. What's the toughest part of the job? And don't say dealing with the media.
Well, no, it's not. Look, Brian, I think people would easily say it's the time spent away from home, and it's also the losing, quite honestly. But I think what my family had the hardest time with was how consumed I was as a coach during the season. So even when I was home, all I was doing was thinking about basketball.
And how many losses have you endured as a broadcaster coach?
0. Undefeated, Brian, undefeated. Well, he's going to have to watch himself now. It's a little early for that second foul.
Jackson, he's checked in for Jaquez. Outside Dick, pass to Moore. Here's Schroeder, the three. That won't fall. He's just 2 of 5 in this one.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Here's Moore, giving them some good production, putting up just around 16.5 points a game. Anderson with a screen on Jackson. From deep, Giddey sinks it from distance. Giddey's got 8 here in this quarter.
They're making a few more threes this quarter, trying to cut into that deficit.
Takes it inside.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Second chance shot, and he lays it in. Giddey's got 10 points.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Jackson, pass to Vassell. basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Jackson's got assist number 5 here tonight. Here's Schroeder. He's got 5. Pass to Giddey. Lets it fly. And all around the rim that time before dropping. He's got 12.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
Knocks down the triple.
Another triple for him. His 4th of the night after that monster first quarter where he hit 3 of them.
Outside Dick, down low. Here's Schroeder over Walker. Set it up with a fake, but it's offline. And so it's the Miami Heat going into the break up 12. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
You know, this is like the most exciting basketball going on right now. At this point in the season, it's already got the reputation, man, and the cachet where you don't want to lose this.
Next on the docket. And that's it for halftime. Thank you.
And we welcome you back as we get set to bring you second half action from the NBA Cup. Josh Giddey out there with Dick. Then there's Barnes. And it's Moore in at the small forward position. So that's who Jamal Mosley starts the second half with. Adebayo with the rejection. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Guys, Scotty Barnes said, my game starts on the defensive end, guarding anybody and taking pride in it. That leads to great offensive transition and just leads me to stay on lockdown throughout the game. Brian?
And Allie, for all his offensive gifts, that focus on defense is what makes him special. A multiple-time All-Star. What aspect of Adebayo's game, Stan, catches your eye nightly?
Well, Brian, I'd say it's not one thing. He's a very complete player. He can rebound, defend, pass, score. This guy does it all.
By all accounts, a great teammate as well.
That's exactly right.
Up top, Giddey. He's got 12. Blocked!
That halftime break didn't seem to do them any favors, starting off the second half with 3 straight misses.
For 3. The shot by Z, no good. Raptors trail by 18. Outside Dick. Outside Barnes. Outside Dick. Shot clock at 6. Moore passes to Dick. The Raptors need to get off a shot. The 3 from Barnes sinks the tray. Barnes has got 8 points.
All right, they got one on the board in the second half. Now you want to see more shots start to drop.
Pass to Jaquez. Adebayo sets a screen. Vassell passes to Z. Count it. Good. Z's got 28 points for the game.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Here's Moore. Jaquez covers. Barnes with a screen on Jaquez. Moore. Rebound Miami. Walker's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
They've come out a little cold after that halftime break. Just 1 of 5 from the field to start the third quarter.
The moment Bam gets the ball close in, he's really hard to stop.
Outside Giddey. Fires from deep. The offensive rebound. The 3 from Barnes. He can't get it to go.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Walker for 3. Counted from distance. He has 6.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Outside Dick. Outside Barnes. Pass to Moore. Outside Dick. Here's Moore. to win the run. Good as the jump shot falls. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's Z. Giddy defends. Z shot is good. Z's got 7 now in this quarter.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Christie's checked in for Toronto. And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. You take a look at Miami. They're in first place right now with a tremendous record. They're certainly the team to beat. And, of course, there's Toronto, 6 games behind.
You know, for the Raptors, I think they're the team you dread having to play. I mean, they've been performing at just about their best in every game so far this season.
Well, if you're able to strike fear into your opponent before even stepping on the floor, you're doing something right.
And so Jackson Jr. will bring it up for Miami. Inside. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Here's more. 5 points in the game. The jumper from the wing off target.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Here's Fudge. Back to Vassell. Takes the 3. Knocks it down from distance. Vassell's got 7 points in the game.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Outside Barnes. To halt the run. Not going to go that time. And so it's the Miami Heat with a commanding lead to end the quarter. 27 points, looking good. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, he really...
Both teams changing it up here. And growing up in California, Stan, when did you first fall in love with the game of basketball?
Well, Brian, my dad coached for a long time, and I just remember going to his practices and going to his games. I can't remember a time where I didn't love the game.
And let's take a look at Miami. We've got Jakob Poeltl, and it's Jackson in at the point. Gets the 3 to fall. Jackson's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Here's Z. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Jackson's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. And taking a quick gander here at the hustle stats for the Heat.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Raptors.
No need to rush that play. That's called giving away a possession.
Some changes for Toronto. Barnes, he's checked in for Anderson. And Moore's subbed in for Christie. Jones, he's checked in for Miami. Here's Moore. Rebound Miami.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Jackson outside. And one of the findings in a recent league report, Stan, back-to-backs, not a major risk for injury, it seems.
Well, you know, Brian, I had a player that I greatly respected tell me that his preference would be to play 41 back-to-backs during the year because then you get 2 days off in between games. That really what was harder was playing every other day and never getting a break of a couple of days. So, look, you have to play through a lot of different situations and things, but I think back-to-backs are certainly overestimated.
Interesting, something to consider for sure. Here's Z. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. Jackson's got assist number 8 now on the night.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one, doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Heat.
And the huge difference today, the efficiency from beyond the arc.
Yeah, once they started hitting shots, it stretched out the D and opened up the entire offense.
And with this one safely in the books, it'll mark their 23rd win of the year.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Z.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
Jones against Barnes. Pass to Moore. There's 39 seconds left in the game. Pirtle grabs a miss.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Now here's Jones. Here's Z. Buries it from 3. Z's got 42 in the game.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
And he gets that one.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Line for the Heat.
Outside Dick. Now Barnes. So it's the Heat winning this one easily. And they advance to the championship.